feel comfortable.
We're here in Danbury to call attention to the public to the horrible situation in Palestine, in particular in Gaza, where people are starving. And we don't mean hungry. We don't mean food deprived or any kind of euphemism. They're starving, and the most vulnerable are starving to death. It's a horrible situation, and of course it's entirely man-made. Gaza produced a lot of its own food. That is gone because of the Israeli bombing. It got aid from the UNRWA and other agencies, and that has stopped. Israel is not allowing anything to come in, didn't allow it for 70 days. And then finally, when the United Nations predicted that thousands of babies would die in the next week, they relented a little bit and allowed a drop of food in the ocean of need. Maybe 100 trucks were allowed in, which is nothing. There's 1,000 trucks ready and have been that way, but Israel has not allowed them in. We started this, we were going to do it on Thursday because that is the start of a campaign by Veterans for Peace, a national organization of U.S. veterans. And a group of them are going to do a 40-day fast. And what they're going to do is for 40 days have no more than 250 calories a day. And this picture is a bowl of Cheerios and some milk. And that's 250 calories. Now, you could do that for a day. We're talking not 3 meals of that. We're talking 1 meal of that every day, again and again. And that is the situation in Gaza for those who can get any food at all. It's a horror, and we must get that to stop. It must stop. End the starvation, stop the starvation, and of course, the U.S. is completely complicit in that. All the presidents, Biden and Trump, are behind what Israel is doing. And it's a scandal. With a phone call, the president could stop it.
We are here to recenter the conversation around the catastrophe and the genocide in Gaza. Over the last few weeks, we have seen a visible rhetoric change in the United States and worldwide as many people, Americans, Europeans, and other people of conscience are beginning to change the way that they discuss what is happening. The UN reported that over 14,000 children are at risk of death by starvation within 48 hours if aid is not let in. As Stanley mentioned, aid has been withheld from Gaza for, I believe it's over 80 days now. And as we start to begin to see this rhetoric change, immediately the change in rhetoric is thrown off by 2 Israeli embassy members being murdered in Washington, D.C. I don't condone violence in any capacity, and I don't agree with the actions of that gentleman. But what is important is to emphasize that while there are 2 people in Washington, D.C. who were killed, there are over 400,000 in Gaza that have been killed. And we are seeing this rhetoric change within the American public as well. The CT Palestine Solidarity Coalition has hosted rallies and events at Colt Manufacturing, which are set to deliver hundreds of rifles to none other than Ben Gvir, to enact continued settler violence in the West Bank. And last week, we held a rally during the commencement weekend of Yale's graduation ceremony to commemorate the 77th anniversary of the Nakba in 1948. What we saw at both of these rallies is people supporting us, people asking questions, people honking and cheering and joining in our chants. The world, the tide, is shifting, and we must make sure that with all of the news that is going on, we are emphasizing that this genocide is manufactured, the starvation is manufactured, and it is a violation of international and human rights law. We must put an end to it. The United States can do so in a minute, as Stanley mentioned, and so free Palestine. Thank you.